Yeah, Kevin gets he does a lot, man.
But I'm not a hater or a fan of him. I just am vaguely aware of his presence, and those are the things that I've seemed to have seen. So when he gets into a small run-in with a YouTuber that you know has these run-ins, it can be non-authentic in two ways. It can be planned, or it can be he only did that because he know what type of cat it is. He know what time it is. I mean, niggas is you really gonna treat like that just off rip, and who really deserves to be treated like that off rip? Do you get any stripes and props for doing that to a blogger who you know would take that for the viral moment?
I hear you. I mean, he is kind of, he's kind of known for going off on people, man. I remember there's that video that I think that chick grabbed him in the crowd. I think he ended up going to jail for that for a while. He ended up kicking her.
Yeah, so like how many strikes do you get for hitting a chick? So is that valid still, whether it's authentic or not? Was it valid for him to do that? There's no stripes available. You didn't win no matter what. If you're that unaccessible, perhaps you should have people paid around you in public to keep the random person from running up on you, because you're risking sinking the whole ship by being the first one to throw a blow.
Do you think that like something like that is like fair game because he's famous, or do you think like YouTubers and these prank guys be going too far?
I think there's a element of both. I think you can expect more than average engagement, but I think there's an element of going too far as well. But I don't think when you get into the court of law as a black man, all that comes into play. I think you got to be sharper about how you react.
I mean, right, because if it was real, I mean, that YouTuber just got a nice check, and, for trolling somebody he probably shouldn't have been trolling. But if it's real, he's probably going to get a check.
But the fact he was trolling you shows, one, he looks up to you, he admires you, and I've seen you be wiser with different individuals. When you saw Charleston White, y'all hugged. He seems to come into this type of deep space of being peaceful with his brothers at certain points. I don't see why that was such a big moment for him not to be able to exercise some of that. If you have this spiritual power that can touch an engine and start a car, you should be able to tap into that when it's time to de-escalate this small moment with a fan who knows makes his living off of doing this shit. You could have turned that into a teaching moment without putting yourself at risk of monetary or even your freedom being jeopardized.
I guess we'll see, because he's gonna sue. If it's real, he's gonna sue.
And I think that might be, for those that are really interested in knowing, which I am not, but for those that are interested, that might be the proof in the pudding. If he sues, it was real. If he doesn't, probably was a play. Or he might reach in with a threat of suit, a few paperwork, pay a few dollars. That happens all day, every day.
For sure. Well, Rowdy Rebel recently went viral.
I understand your pain, bro. But
well, let me get it all out there for the people who don't know. He was on his way out of LA. I believe this is a BET weekend. And he posted his story, LA SMD, or LA I'm out SMD, something like that, man. All Hoovers, same thing, man. Yeah, man, I fired a lot of people up, man.
Yeah, I think I feel his pain. I understand his emotions. I think basically what he was saying is, LA, I'll never be back. That's how I translated it. I'm gone for good. I don't think anyone is, no matter how offensive it sounded, I don't think nobody who heard those words on the face of the planet felt an ouch. Not one person. LA, Hoover, it didn't feel, until he said that, I didn't know he existed. So he's on the internet. Only the internet is gonna react to that. Nobody in LA or from Hoover that matters cares that he feels that way. Only the internet cares.
Do you think it would be a problem with him? I mean, if he does come back?
If I had to put my imagination to it, he said that if he bumped into somebody from LA that's a street dude, or somebody from Hoover that saw him and was aware that he said that, and they're in a comfortable position, they might want to holler at him about that. Hell yeah. But I can also visualize some time passing and him staying about his business, dipping in and out, not engaging niggas from Hoover or street. And it may not be an issue, but I think that was something that's unwise to say if you have interest in being comfortable out here in the LA area. It wasn't smart, but I don't know if he's ever gonna have to answer for it. Depends on how he moves for it. This for it. But I know there's nobody that heard it and got piping hot or put his name on the list. There's nobody looking for him. But by chance, the way things go out here, we could be out here celebrating the best day of our lives. And if one person in the crowd could see him, like, hey, that's whoopty whoop, that whoopty whoop. And then the whole crowd don't have to have a dog in the fight. They just with the function, with the attitude.
That easy.
That easy. Look how easily Pop Smoke, the young cat, Block Star, speaks about how he got caught up in that moment. And now he's so heavily implicated in the overall, but when he describes how he actually got on the lick, it was like he could have missed it. It's that easy to get caught up. This wasn't no lick he personally had been plotting on, watching, staking out, according to what he says.
Yeah, it just happened.
Mm-hmm. And that's how easy most things or anything can happen out here in these LA streets.
Now, with him doing the interviews, Blockstar doing the interviews, you know, I mean, what was your take on that?
Because of the times, I wasn't surprised. I think I even text Adam or Flacco and told him, you get him first, you to go. Didn't expect it to happen so fast. Thought it would be a bigger moment or a bigger event that it happened. But I'm not surprised. I think it's the nature of things. You know, I'm not surprised also that different people feel a different way either. And then when I hear the things that he said, I think if he was older, wiser, or had better coaching or advisement, he perhaps would not have said some of the things he said.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.